It's actually a little town off the road system called Dillingham, Alaska. So it's like a big fishing port on Bristol Bay. So then the organization is Bristol Bay Area Health Corporation. So
Oh,
it's one of
okay.
their, it's a tribal organization up there. It is rural. It's a very small town, and then from there, they send providers out to they're like connected. I think it was like 28 smaller communities that are also off the road system.
Uh-huh.
So from the small town of Dillingham, you can go to an even smaller town, and they have a really interesting setup. Actually, they Dillingham is like the hub, and then these smaller communities have community health aides that have been trained. So they're not someone who's like been through nursing or medical school, but have training that allows them to provide really excellent care in places where there are like no formal clinics. The first time I went in the winter, I was just at the clinic in Dillingham. So I do outpatient medicine only. So I was in their outpatient family med clinic. So I saw residents of Dillingham, and also if patients needed to fly in from one of the surrounding communities, then I would see them when they flew in. So
Yeah.
everything is happening by small like bush plane up there, which is so cool. They were flown in, and then when I went this summer, I went out to one of the communities. It was called Port Hayden, so a really small fishing town. It was like probably like less than an hour flight from Dillingham, and I spent a few days there as well. So I was working. There's a clinic building there that is staffed by two community health aides who were absolutely incredible and offering a lot for their community there. And then they know the dates that we're coming in, so they have patients who are scheduled to be seen while we're visiting there. So we fly in with one bag of medical supplies to do almost any procedure I could want to do there.
Really?
And then one bag of medicine that we take. So can have medicines all set to go there. If it's not in the bag, you can prescribe it through the EMR, and it's eventually flown out to them. I brought my skis up to Dillingham, so I was just spent the evening skiing on the tundra, and there's just nothing out there. So it was a really,
Oh,
really cool experience to just ski into the sunset that lasts forever. And it took me a little bit to get used to all the sunlight. We didn't have the best blackout curtains, so
oh.
I was just often staying up past midnight. But yeah, it was fun to be out in Bristol. Dillingham is on Bristol Bay, so be out on the beach there. I had my first up close grizzly bear encounter on the beach there. Very, very up close. So the hospital is right by the beach, so I was out walking and had not intended to go so far. And all of a sudden, I found myself at the end of the beach, and I was like, oh my God, turn around on the beach to walk on, and turning around, a grizzly bear was walking right towards me from my only way to get back. So there's a high bluff wall and then the water. So I know what to do when I see a bear, but it was still I didn't have any bear spray or anything, so it was I just talked calmly to the bear, and I stood right on the edge of the water, and it was like his behavior was very like curious and never aggressive, but because the bear is curious, it got very close to me, and it ran up the bluff wall and stood there looking down at me, and I just back away, and you don't want to look them in the eye, and you don't want to turn your back to them. And then I was like, oh, it's okay. And then it comes running back down and stands up. I'm like, oh, no. My first job up in Alaska was on the road system. So it was definitely a different feel than being somewhere like Dillingham, even though they were both pretty small towns. And then when I've worked, almost all of my jobs have been in pretty small towns.
Really?
So in California too, the last one I just finished was in population smaller than Dillingham. But as you know, down like in California, we have, no city is that far away, and we're not flying to it. And then the medicine you feel, or the medicine that you see is quite different. Being up in Alaska than California, just like the type of patient population that you're seeing in each of those locations. So you obviously everywhere get your chronic disease that you're managing. Up in Dillingham in the winter is interesting with all the workers coming in, seeing a lot of traumas. So
I bet.
people could get really quite hurt working like in the canneries and
Really?
out on the boats. So I saw some pretty bad traumas from that, from workplace injuries. And a different feel is I had one patient who said, "My boat's waiting for me, so can this be quick?"
Hurry up.
For real. Yeah. And then people are like, "I'm up here to fish. We only have, this many weeks to be fishing." So, sometimes I recommend not going back out on the boat because if things get worse, you're far away, but it's also someone's livelihood. So trying to balance those kind of that different environment as well. For me, as a family physician, being in small towns, you have the chance to practice a much greater variety of medicine because you're the one doctor in town. So in bigger towns, you have a pediatrician, you have the OB-GYN, you have internal medicine, and patients often like to see the specialist. When you're the one doctor in town, there's no one close by, you get to see everything. And it's a nice feel too, to get to know an entire family. So I love that. And getting to know a community well is a really added bonus that you get for being in a smaller town. So I love the variety of medicine. I love and the feel of smaller towns as well.